Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and welcome back to another movie review. In tonight's movie review, I'm going to be doing a movie review on the 1999 movie, Dogma. Dogma is directed by Kevin Smith and stars Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Selma Hayek, Jason Lee, Jason Mewes, Alan Rickman, and Chris Rock. And this movie is also the fourth installment of Kevin Smith's movie franchise, where he made Clerks and Chasing Amy, and Mallrats and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Clerks 3 and Clerks 2, among others. So, in Dogma, one of the most talked about movies of the year is also one of the funniest. In this hilarious comic fantasy from writer and director Kevin Smith, two banished angels played by Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. They find a loophole that would get them back to heaven. The only snack, they'll be destroying existence in the process. In an effort to stop them, the overworked voice of God, played by Alan Rickman, taps cynical mortal Bethany, played by Linda Florentino, whatever you want to pronounce her name, to save the world by preventing the angels from reaching their unholy destination, New Jersey. Throw into unlikely prophets named Jay and Silent Bob, played by Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith, of course. The quick-witted yet little-known 13th, the quick-witted yet little-known 13th apostle, and this guy's played by Chris Rock, and a sexy former muse with a case of writer's block, played by Selma Hayek. And you've got a hysterical and thrilling race against time, packed with an all-star cast that Entertainment Weekly called one of the top 10 best movies of 1999. Yeah, and that's pretty much the story of Dogma and what Dogma is all about, starring an all-star cast. Yeah, I already said them, so yeah. So I recently watched this movie on DVD while me and my parents were on our way to the trip on our way to the Outer Banks in North Carolina. So I actually got my chance to watch Dogma on DVD as when me and my parents were on our way to the Outer Banks in North Carolina. I watched it on DVD, and I gotta say, this was actually a pretty good movie in the Kevin Smith movie franchise. Yeah, because I actually kind of liked it. I thought it was pretty good. It was funny at some parts, and even Chris Rock's performance in this movie, I think, is really funny. And even the facial expression that Chris Rock makes, that's also a GIF. Yeah, that's actually the face that Chris Rock makes in this movie, and it's also a GIF on the internet too. But yeah, and every performance in this movie was funny, and they were talented. And because even the characters who appeared in the franchise, I gotta say, Jay and Silent Bob, that they're always the best to see in these movies, and they're funny and hysterical, hilarious. And even Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith, they both did great working on this movie, including Kevin Smith, who works on these movies, including Dogma. And yeah, because it's always fun to see Jay and Silent Bob together, and they were terrific in this movie as always. Ben Affleck did great in the film, and like I said, Chris Rock was good. Matt Damon did a great job in this film too. And Selma Hayek was good in the film too, because I gotta say, the performances in Dogma were actually very good, and even the humor itself I thought was pretty funny, and yeah, because I actually enjoyed this movie. I thought it was pretty good. And this DVD I own here, the DVD was actually released by Columbia TriStar Home Entertainment, Columbia TriStar DVD Home Video. Yeah. But of course, this movie was actually originally released by Lionsgate Films. And for some odd reason, I mean, there's a good reason about Dogma. Dogma is actually not available on any streaming service. If you go to Paramount Plus or HBO Max or Netflix or Peacock or Amazon Prime Video or any kind of streaming service that you own, if you try to find Dogma cannot be available anywhere on streaming platforms. It's not on streaming, it's not on demand, and it's not on digital either. And the only way to view Dogma would be on DVD, like on physical media, whether if you own it on DVD or on VHS. And the reason you can't find Dogma on any streaming platforms or any like on demand or digital platforms, the reason why Dogma doesn't exist on those types of platforms is because the Weinstein brothers actually own this movie. I think they actually own the rights to this movie. Like the Weinstein brothers, Harvey and Bob, they actually own this movie, and so I guess maybe they were thinking that maybe they decided not to have this on digital, not to stream this movie on digital, because the Weinstein brothers, including Harvey, both owned the rights to this movie, and yeah, it's a long story. But aside from all that, overall, Dogma was a pretty good movie from 1999, and I'm gonna give Dogma 3.5 out of 5 stars. If you haven't watched Dogma yet, then I recommend giving this one a watch, because I recommend getting it on DVD. And whether if you have a DVD player, then I recommend giving this one a watch. And there you have it, guys. That's going to be it for my movie review on Dogma. And that's going to be it for this video. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching. And until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying goodbye, everybody, and that's about it.